All right, so here we are, Friday. I can still call it morning for 10 more minutes. Um, Uneventful day at work. When you work at the YMCA, which is where I've worked for a long time, you get to know a lot of people. And because of the demographic of the YMCA, it tends to be older people. Now, there's people my age that I'm friends with there, but I've gotten to know quite a bit of folks that are close, at least, to an age that could be my parents or older. And so you hate to hear what happens to some of them as life goes on. It's even worse when it's people that are younger than you. Sometimes young enough to be your child if you were to have a child. And there's a few of those situations right now, and I don't know. I can't honestly say necessarily sad. It is kind of sad, disappointing, whatever you want to call it. But maybe it's just a little more eye-opening, that maybe we should recognize the fragility of life and how short it can be sometimes. Grateful for what we have health-wise, longevity-wise, even if the quality of life may not be exactly what we hoped for at a younger age. I guess it just inspires appreciation. So anyway, came home from work in time to continue my laundry. God, I'm literally every day, it seems like I do laundry. That's fine. I'm not complaining really. I mean, I guess I am, but I could spread it out all in one day if I wanted to. It's a little easier to just kind of do a load here and there. The machine does the work. I mean, let's be honest about that. The tedious part of laundry is often the folding and putting away. But I got home from work in time to meet with a builder, contractor, I guess you would call him, about some work that I'm getting done here on the house. Some stuff long overdue. Some stuff longer overdue than others. But I got to admit, I'm a little excited. Going to have a new deck built. Going to have the door to the deck fixed to where you can actually get out the door to the deck. What's the point of getting the deck replaced nicely if I don't have a door to access it from the house? Yes, I can go out the garage or the front door and walk around. But there's something nice about just walking out onto the deck. I already anticipate a great number of beers will be consumed on this deck. A significant amount of music will be listened to on this deck. A fair amount of skin will be shown and subsequently burnt on this deck. And I think some things are probably going to be grilled on that deck. We'll see. That's probably a few weeks off. Building supplies are not always readily available right now, from what I understand. And I am not first priority on this gentleman's list. Although he did make it sound like the process of building the deck could probably start late next week. Sounds good to me. get some enjoyment out of it before it starts to get cold out. And speaking of cold out, or cold, this is as much for my father as it is for me. So I keep it about 71 degrees in the house, which to me is comfortable. To my father, that's frigid. He's old, his circulation isn't great, and he's completely sedentary. So even when it's 100 degrees or close to it outside, more often than not, he has a blanket over his... I have to laugh. He's got a blanket on him. It's freaking 90 plus. And he has a blanket. But he has often mentioned how much he would like to sit on a deck. And I get it. As it is now, he goes out the front door and sits on the front porch. And he gets the fresh air, and I appreciate that. And doesn't necessarily get sun per se. I guess later in the day, if he's sitting close enough to the edge of the front porch, he would get some sun. And that would do him some good. Vitamin D. A lot of male, older diabetics are deficient in vitamin D. So that probably does him some good. Probably does him some mentally, it does him some good. Physically, I think just the fact that he's gotten out of his chair and walked to the front door and back is something. So I anticipate that that's going to be good for him, fun for him maybe. I'm having a storm door added to the current door, which having the door and the door frame replaced, and then a new door and a storm door added. God only knows what this is all going to cost. I'm hoping that my father will cover most, if not all of it. But it is for him, and it is technically his house. And then a couple other things that are cosmetic per se, but real eyesores to me. Probably to my neighbors too, if they're honest. The contractor asked me if I wanted it painted or if I would paint it. And I said, let's be honest, I'm not going to want to paint it. I like the idea of saving the money and doing it myself. But I also like the idea of not driving myself crazy with it. And hopefully, if he's a contractor worth his salt, he's going to get at least the supplies, if not the labor. Cheaper than what I would. So that'll be covered by him. I'm looking forward to that. I guess that's all for now. I need to row. I should probably lift weights today. Although I lifted yesterday and I probably could use a break. I think I've lifted every day this week. No, that's not right. I'm lying. I did not lift yesterday. All I did was row. Yeah, I should lift today. I did a 10K on the rower yesterday. First 10K I've done in quite a while. I was pleased that it was under 55 minutes, which is so crazy because that not too long ago I wouldn't have been pleased if it was over 50. I would love it to be closer to 45. Just can't right now. Old, shoulders, back, hips, knees, feet. Everything hurts. You know, that doctor visit yesterday, that testing, I've really let it get inside my head. One of the things the doctor said, I may be repeating myself, but one of the things he said yesterday was he was seemed surprised that I was not on any kind of pain medicine. And I have been asked about that from medical people and just curious friends, that with the orthopedic issues I've had and the diabetic nerve issues, and my regular doctor has said such, that it's considered chronic pain. My regular doctor, who handles all my diabetic stuff as well, doesn't do pain meds at all of any kind for any reason. And in the past, when I've had orthopedic pain from the 7 orthopedic surgeries I've had, I've been able to rely on the orthopedic surgeon to give me some pain meds. But at this point, I'm cleared from all of that, and it's been actually in October, I think it'll be 4 years since my last orthopedic surgery. That was on my right foot. So I'm well outside the range of them giving me any kind of pain medicine. And sometimes, especially at night, I can kind of live with the pain throughout the day. But damn, when that pain really starts to interfere with your sleep, it'd be nice to have something to fall back on. The CBD chews help for sleep. The CBD patches help throughout the day when it comes to some of the pain issues. I don't know if I have a patch on now or not. No patch on the shoulder. One on each foot. One on my lower back right now. I always put them on my feet when I go to work. Yes, it's only a 5-hour shift, but I'm not supposed to sit down, and it's a concrete floor. And the best shoes in the world can only mitigate a concrete floor for so long. I sit down for all of maybe 2 minutes, which is really just long enough to check my blood sugar and take some insulin before I have a little bit of a breakfast. Protein bar and some nuts. Don't say I don't live on the edge. But I don't want to use my diabetes as an excuse at work, or my feet issues as an excuse. So although my boss has been clear that I should sit as I need to, that situation is not clear with any of my coworkers or any members who may wonder why I sit down on the job and they don't see anybody else sit down on the job. So I try my best to present in a way that isn't always factual or accurate. Today I had a friend. I call him a good friend. We've been social outside of the Y, and I trust him to as my financial advisor as well. And he's going through some stuff right now, and today was the first time I saw that I knew it weighed on him, but he's always hidden it well, or not allowed it to show as much as you would think, but it showed today. And I felt for him and his family. Cancer sucks. Yeah, cancer sucks. Let your friends know, especially when they're going through tough situations, that you're there for them. You listen, you care. You don't have to give advice. They probably don't want it. It could come off badly. I don't need to tell him what to do or how to do it, and I can't pretend to know how he feels. Sometimes you just need to listen. So, anyway, I guess I've rambled long enough. I need to get on with my workout. Today may be a two-parter because I'm going to be hungry before too much longer. Breakfast at 8 goes away by noon. So I'll figure something out. And if I do anything fun and exciting, I'll let you see. And if I have any other thoughts that I feel I need to express, I'll share them with you too. So that's all for now. Thanks for watching. Alright, it's Friday night. It's 8:30. I never got a second workout in today. Kind of disappointed in myself. I had a good one planned. But at least I got my 8,000 meters in and some weightlifting and didn't video any of it. So tomorrow's another day. I'll get more tomorrow. And I'll see you then.